unrealistic expectations can kill your progress on the instrument, in this case on the guitar. So this is a great video for the beginner guitarist, because I hear many times things like, by now I should be able to, to play this chord or play this scale, or by now I should be able to master this song. So a lot of the statements are really not grounded in reality, and I try to help you understand what's going on here, okay? So if you're a beginner guitarist, of course, you have to learn a lot of things. You have to master the chords, the transition between them, you have to build the strength in your hands. You have to also master the strumming and be able to use all of these things at the same time, which is quite complex task, right? So, to divide your attention into all of these items, this is not easy. And then, you put a lot of work into mastering all of these things, and you've got, of course, your expectations, because you expect that, that, well, since I practice, I should be by now, of course, better on the instrument. But you have to also understand that your progress is not only governed by how much you practice, but also stuff like, how quickly your hands can recover from practicing, because, your muscles needs to recover. You have to build the strength in your hands. For instance, if you're learning a bar chord F, let's say your teacher said, okay, for the next lesson, we have to prepare ourselves to play bar chord F, because this is the chord which is appearing in our song that we want to play. Yeah. So you go home and you try to play chord F, and you kind of come with this approach that okay, I've learned certain chords in the past, like A minor, E major. So it took me 1 or 2 days to play A minor chord. So I should be able to do it in a few days, max week, right? And you start practicing the bar chord F, and then you play the chord, and you notice, doesn't sound right. Oh, it's a really difficult one, And after 2 days, you are starting wondering if there is something wrong with you. Maybe you don't have any talent. Maybe you are not capable to play the guitar. And what's happened, simply you underestimate how long does it take to master the bar chords in this case. Because bar chords are not only very complex chords, but also these are the chords that require kind of for your body to adjust, for your hands to be able to hold this in a very particular way. You have to develop the strength in your hands to sustain, to be able to hold these chords for quite a long time. Yeah. So if you thought that it's going to take you 2 or 3 days, at the beginning, and now it's like 1 or 2 weeks, and you still can't play this chord, you might get frustrated, and this is a killer for your motivation to practice the guitar. You have to just remember, it's kind of, simplistic example, but what you have to remember is that that things takes time. That's basically this what it is. Everything you are going to learn is going to take some time, and not every task is equal. It's not like it's like very linear way. It takes 2 days to master this, 2 days to master that, 2 days to master another thing. It's certain things just takes longer. So what I would encourage you when you practice the guitar, instead of using kind of linear approach, when you learn one chord and then you learn another chord, and then, you learn another one. Try to do a few things at the same time. So try to, for instance, work on the chords. Try to work on the strumming independently without these chords. So when you are ready, you can actually connect these things. This is more kind of geometrical approach to learning the guitar, when you touch a few things at the same time. And then you can grow kind of faster by studying a few things at the same time, right? So that is going to help you really develop your guitar skills faster. So remember, setting your expectations on the instrument in a kind of realistic way is essential, okay? I personally, these days when I practice the guitar, I don't set any expectations. I just, when I try to learn something, I just, like, let's say some kind of the complex, sweep picking pattern. I'm just working on this every day. And what I do, I use the metronome to measure my progress. And And then, after, let's say, after a week or two, I can see that I improved by 1, 2, or 3 beats per minute or 5 beats per minute, which is great for me because I am focusing, instead of this one big task of being able to master this exercise, I'm focusing simply on micro goals, like just trying to improve just a little bit every day, okay? Just like every week, let's say, just a little bit, because that mini goals give me satisfaction, and I know that I'm progressing. I know it doesn't look like big progress, but it gives me this this mini achievements that nurture my passion for the instrument. Okay, because practicing the guitar every day, or whatever is your practice schedule, but in my case it's every day, of course. But practicing the guitar every day. It's not fun because sometimes you are bored. So when you have these mini achievements, this is a great motivation, and kind of it nurture your passion for the instrument, and just makes you better on the guitar. So I hope it was a very quick video. I hope it helped you with this aspect. So remember, set your expectations kind of right, and don't get frustrated if something is not coming the way how you want to be, because maybe the path for this little item is just a little bit longer than you expected.